Hello, friends. So, today I want to talk about something that I experienced right after my first real experience with epilepsy, like the actual the change. So, I was diagnosed with epilepsy 2 years ago. And so before epilepsy, my brain could run all day and I would not be exhausted. So I'd be exhausted, but I wouldn't be exhausted, I guess. Like my brain wouldn't be fatigued. I wouldn't have mental exhaustion. My brain wouldn't hurt, or I wouldn't have these weird tiny little piercing headaches. It's like little pins in my head, like little pins. So before epilepsy, I was a swimmer, and swimming practice would be like an hour and a half, and the practice would be done. I'd get out of the water. My body would be killing me. I'd be fine. And fast forward to me after epilepsy, and I go out with my family and do go to the grocery store and come back home, and I need a nap, and I'm just tired, fatigued. I'm out of it. Or before epilepsy, I'd be able to DJ for a couple hours and I'd be fine. And then a story after epilepsy. Um, so I live in an apartment with my family, and my friends used to live in the same apartment complex, and so my friends came over, and I was teaching one of my friends how to DJ. So we'd be mixing, and we start DJing the faster songs. And you know how music kind of or your body kind of matches how quick the music goes. So we were mixing the faster songs for a good 20 minutes. So my heart was beating really fast for a good 20 minutes, and stress is one of my triggers. So I guess my body thought that I was going under stress, bad. So we're mixing, and one of our lady friends was like, "Hey, let's go back to our friend's apartment and let's go play Monopoly." So we go back and we play Monopoly. And Monopoly is not an easy game. Like you actually have to think and shit. So we play Monopoly, and I just go to the bathroom because I think during Monopoly I had an aura, so focal seizure. So I don't feel good. Like I want to go home. So then I go to the bathroom, and then in the bathroom I literally have a seizure. So I'm in the bathroom, I have a seizure, and I come out of it. And so during this time, my sister was actually walking one of our friend's dogs with our friend's brother. So she comes back, and then she sees me, and I guess with my facial expression or whatever, she's like, "You just had a seizure," and then she starts crying a little bit, and then I start crying or whatever. So then we go home, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, I had a seizure." It's just that mental fatigue. It's I can't. It's not that I can't do anything for an extended amount of time. Well, I guess it's that. So with epilepsy, it's my brain is just burns out really fast. So you know how in fighting games say Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, you have the little health bar. It's each day starts off I'm full of health, full of energy. So that's my brain. And then whenever I do something, the health bar just keeps going down, keeps going down, keeps going down. So, excuse me. So say if I do something with high stimuli, like go to the mall, it'll just go like halfway. And then say if we do something else, like say after the mall, my family and I go like to dinner, then it goes down more. And if we don't go home after dinner, we go to like Target or something, like because Target has like really bright lights. Then I like keep going down. I'm not gonna seize, but it's just like not comfortable like in my head. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like crazy fatigue. Like say like in the morning, I'll wake up, go to the gym for like 30 minutes. Okay, so actually I'm not going to even explain that story. I'm going to explain this other story of like brain fatigue. So one time I went to the gym, and this is like okay, I learned my lesson. So I haven't gone to the gym in like a couple weeks, and I usually row. So I row, and I go to like this super high resistance. It's not super high, it's 4. 4 is like kind of heavy, but like if you go to like a number 4 resistance and you haven't been working out in like 2 weeks, it's kind of heavy. So I'm like pumping 4 for like 30 minutes straight, and I'm walking home, and like I'm like out of it. Like I have like 2 auras walking home, and like the gym is maybe like a 3-minute walk, 2-minute walk from here. So, focal seizure. It's just wild. It's a really wild change. And it's not that I'm lazy or that I want to stay home all the time. It's just that I really don't like saying this, but it's like I need to be choosy, or like really choosy with what I do now. It's just how life is. Like that's how you adapt. Like say, so here's another story like super brain fatigue, and I wasn't really sure if I wanted to share this with you guys, but I'm gonna share it. So like in the first year of me being diagnosed as epileptic, I wasn't really like controlled, because like right now my auras are pretty controlled. My seizures are kind of controlled. I have one like every 2 months. But during this time, like I was just having like, if I did too much, say in like a day, I just have like 15, 20 auras. It was horrible. So, my girlfriend at the time, so I was still driving and I was having seizures. I'm like dumb. So dumb shit. So I spent the night at my girlfriend's house, and then in the morning, well, I guess it wasn't morning, it was like 12. She wanted to go out and have like lunch or something. So she drives, because she knows I'm epileptic. So she drives, and first we stop at some store and we get stickers. So first we stop at the store, and I'm okay. And then we stop at some like world market type place, like some grocery store that sells like groceries or like food from like around the world. And we get some sodas. So we stop there. And then we go to, we eat Thai food. Just thinking about it makes me sick. So we have pho. It's like Thai soup and some Thai drink with that. Just eating that made me sick, so I went to the bathroom. Like I wasn't feeling well. So at the grocery store, I had a couple auras. At the restaurant, I had a couple auras. So I was already feeling like disgusting. So this is like the brain fatigue. I'm just like I honestly wish I could like do this with her, but like in my condition, it just wasn't it just wasn't happening, you know? But I didn't have it in me to tell her, "Hey, I I can't do this," you know? Like I wasn't strong enough. I didn't have it in me to tell her, "Hey, I can't do this." Okay, so we're at the Thai restaurant, and I'm like, I'm just feeling sick. So I go to the bathroom, and I'm just like breathing, and I have another aura. So then we go to the Thai restaurant, and then she's like, "Hey, let's take these sodas and go to the mountains. Let's go take a hike." And I'm like, "Fuck me." I'm like, "All right." I don't even like nature. I'm like, "Oh, but I'm afraid of heights." I'm actually afraid of heights. They're scary, like walking up like a ladder. Anyways, so we go to the mountains. We drive up the mountain, and I'm like, "Fuck me, I'm afraid of heights." I'm having auras already because like the drive there was like really, it was really long. It's like a 35 minute drive, and then driving up was long. And then we hike up this mountain, like this little trail, and I'm already feeling sick. Like I'm feeling sick. I'm having auras. So that's number 4. And then we have like this, like she's like, "Oh, let's sit over here. This is a really nice view," and it's like it's a cliff, and I'm having freaking auras on a cliff, focal seizures, and I'm like already thinking back to it because I've actually been thinking back. I'm like, "Fuck, dude, I could have had a seizure on this mountain, and like fallen off the mountain and died." So that's scary to think about. Anyways, so I'm like having auras on this mountain, and I have like my little my camera, my DSLR. So I'm like taking photos so that she wouldn't talk to me because I'm like having auras, and whenever I have an aura, it's like a disconnection between my brain and mouth, so I can't really talk. So if she would have like talked to me, I would be like, I can't talk to you. Anyways, so she's just chilling there, and I'm looking at the sunset. It's like, oh, pretty cool. Like I don't like nature. This is nice. It's cold up here. So then we hike back down, still having auras, and then she's like driving down the mountain, and I'm scared because she's like hauling ass down the mountain. And I'm like, "Oh my god, please, please, please." And I'm like having auras, and I'm like scared because I'm like, don't have a seizure, don't have a seizure, don't have a seizure, don't have a seizure. So I don't have a seizure, thankfully. And then 5, she's like, "Hey, let's I want you to meet my mom. Let's go to the grocery store." So I'm like, "Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like, really? We're gonna go to a fucking grocery store?" "I'm gonna meet your mom." So I meet her mom, and I'm just like, I'm still having like auras during like this whole experience, and it's just like so crazy. So then she's like asking me questions, and I'm like nodding yes, like mm-hmm. I think one time she like asked me a question while I was having an aura, and I like kind of played it off. I think I nodded or something. I don't remember. But yeah, it was so crazy. And then she finally took me back to her house. And then I was like, "This was like a great day. Thank you. I need to go back home." So then I drove back home, and I was just like, "Please, please, God, don't let me have a seizure during this drive," because I was like having auras. Like my brain was just like it was so fatigued, so drained. It was the most brutal experience. But I'm here. And, well, that's like mental. It's just like tiring, man. Like, I want to be able to like go out and experience, and like my cousin tells me, hey, let's go to a concert, or let's go like go out and like party and like do shit, and like I want to do it. Like, yeah, that sounds fun. Like, let's go on a bike ride. But also I need to think about like my well-being as well. Like, is my brain able to handle all of that? Like, I need to like take like little pieces. Like, I need to be like selective about things I do, you know? It's just crazy. Like, it's a big life change, and like being outside is really nice. Like I love interacting with people, like when I'm out there. But honestly, being at home is just so nice. I love being at home, but I know being a recluse is kind of unhealthy, because you are being antisocial, and it is comfortable. But it's how it is. That's epilepsy, man. You just gotta be selective about what you're gonna do. So, yep. Thank you for giving me the opportunity of sharing my experience with brain fatigue, brain exhaustion, brain burnout, really, with you. Thank you for watching. Oh, what up, my friends? So, actually, I forgot to mention, one of my commenters actually said, hey, you should make a Discord server. So, I created a Discord server. So, if you would like to join, just like share experiences, share memes, whatever, the link will be in the description below. So, let's talk about epilepsy, my friends.